What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So let's make our way on over to the bow sorceress. So we're gonna take this log that we had previously opened up. We can bonk these two. There is a bird up there. We'll snipe. These guys are going to sit there and fight this. You can kind of just chill for a second, or you can get in there with some fire bombs, whatever's going to work well for you. I like the chill strategy, and in fact, we're going to take it one step beyond chill, and we're going to go downstairs. Kill this one. The brilliant red and a Red Mercury essence. Pop this open and get another lost remains. Right over here, this doesn't go anywhere. See, it kind of leads down below to where that stuff would have been, but head back up the ladder. If I can grab it. There we go. Then we're going to kill whatever survived that scuffle up above. And it looks like it's two of them. Alright. When they're dead, make sure to pick up any loot. We're going to head on over this way. We got another bird over here. And then we can drop down. Get that little goodie. Drop down here. Oh. Pop it. Take him out. Get ourselves another benediction. Then we go up this ladder. You can see right here is just the path we were just on. Give them some bonks. And this path over here, we're going to have access to that after the boss, so just don't worry about it for now. And go up this ladder. And we're going to continue along this way. And right over there, by that body, we get access to Plume Vortex. It's another spell. It's not bad. It's does decent damage. Nothing too crazy. Now, going in there is going to trigger the boss, so I'd hold off on that. Instead, go this way. Kick down this tree. And that's going to give you a shortcut back to the shrine. So let's see, we are at 11,000. I'm going to try and get a level before I go into the boss. Perfect. Let's see. Equity should pick that up sooner rather than later. I don't need you. I don't need feathering. Let's see. Got that. Got those. Start working on our next flasks. Go. Got that. Let me just check on my one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Over there. Make sure you grab the strong blade upgrade. That one's maxed. That one's maxed. 4, 5, and then I'll need to get over to Crescent Moon as well. 2, 3, 4 points. Okay. For temper for this fight, I think leech is still going to be your best bet here. Besides that, make sure you got your other goodies on. At this point, we have quite a few more, but I think for our build, strength, agility, and then temper are going to be the best available. Now, the bow sorceress is considered an optional boss. You do need to do her, however, if you are trying to get the white-haired general's quest done, which is important for one of the endings. You don't need to kill it this right now, so if you're struggling, you can do the rest of this zone and then come back and fight the bow sorceress before you would proceed to Act 4. But you might as well try and take her out now. If you're really struggling, though, just wait and then come back in, like, you know, another 2 or 3 episodes, and I'll make sure to point out the like last minute you can kill her before proceeding on. Which actually, you might even be able to proceed. You might even be able to kill her well into Act 4 now that I think about it. I haven't tested it, but either way, we got a pretty good strat here. So the Axe Leech setup that we've been running until now works very well on this boss in terms of armor. I think Ming is going to be solid. Dracolich, Twin, and then we could go for Max Stamina or Coiled Dragon. Either of those will work. I'll probably go for Coiled Dragon. There's some other new ones. Bullets, spells, or below a certain threshold. Don't want any of that. This is quite good. Make sure you have the Bone Whistle on. And then your Temperance is going to be Leech. If you have Corruption Temperance, it works pretty well here, I've heard. I haven't had the best of luck with it. Oh, and the last thing to do is get my Madness up. Now, you can either summon right at the start of this fight, or you can wait for phase 2. The safer bait is waiting for phase 2. He's going to do a dive down. But honestly, one of the best ways to do this fight is to just backstab abuse. Avoid the dash through. Right after that. And sometimes you're not going to get it. She's pretty evasive, but just keep fishing for that backstab. You're going to get her sooner or later. There it is. Watch out for that. Oh, damn. Too late. So that right there, that's her most deadly spell in this fight, in my opinion. I should have backed up, but I was like, no, I got the poise for this. But those feathers will do like little hit damage as they land, and then they can explode. And as you saw, it does not end well. So, but honestly, I think that's probably the hardest thing in her kit to deal with. You just got to back up when it happens, and my Unga Bunga brain was like, go forward, bro, push it. But we'll be fine. Let's re-kit up. You can also avoid a lot of stuff with the tree. Not everything. Oh, I'm dead again, I think. Oh, there we go. We got knocked away. One of the best windows to heal is going to be after dodging her rush through. I mistimed the dodge for that. And then I went too early for it. Doing much better before. This is probably going to be the next skill check for a lot of players after Honglan. And, you know, it's, like I said, it's a harder fight. If you want, you can do the rest of Gen Wu and then come back and do this after. But a lot of this fight is really just kind of luck of the draw, I feel. Like, I mean, there's a certain amount of dodging that, you know, learning the dodge timing certainly helps here. But a bigger part is going to be just getting my backstabs. And so certain weapons work really well here. Longsword, for example. You can go pretty hard on the backstabs. And the alternative, of course, is just getting the summon early and doing that. So let's just show that real fast, just for those that want to see how to do it. You got to watch out for the blades. The blades can go through the tree. Nothing else can. But now that we're on the side of the tree, we're going to hit the whistle. It's going to pull out homie. Now he'll get in there and attack with us, and we can be a little more aggressive, which honestly, since you have axe, this is probably the easier approach to this fight. She starts doing that. That's her phase 2 transition. Just get over here, hang out at the tree. We're going to go ahead and eat a bunny bun just to top off our health. You can see White Robed Elders really taking some heat here, which is why I usually like to try and save him for phase 2. But whether he lives or dies doesn't matter. Trying to dash through that and get the backstab. Oh, and then I whiffed it again. Oh, man. If I had hit that timing, I would have been able to get the backstab on her. So that's kind of the problem with getting the early summon, is you can get him out early, and you can do it safely via the tree. However, by doing that, he's pretty much guaranteed to die during the phase transition, because he's just going to take too much damage from the tornadoes. So I think it's really worth just straight throwing down with her in phase 1, and then once you get her to about half, then you pull him on out. Try and get another backstab on her. Now, the only downside is we're going to be starting her phase 2, like, next to the tree. We're going to try and lure her away. Ideally, we want her to start it not on top of the tree. Let's see how fishing for that backstab right after she does that dive is one of the best. Now we're gonna run away. While she is doing all that, once again, we're gonna pop our bunny. We're gonna call in our homie. He's coming in fully freshed. And even though we're a little on the lower side for healing, we got him up. We got Leech up. Now we can just focus on taking her down in phase 2. Did not mean to do that. That was dumb. Oh god, I almost died to that. Come on, stop running from me. Back out of the whirlwind. And there we go. Like I said, probably gonna be a pretty difficult boss at this point. So if you don't take her down, don't even worry about it. You know, she's just she's a harder one for sure. So after the boss is dead, we're gonna take this back exit over here. I'm gonna go this way first. There's gonna be a bird that'll come down around that loot, so get ready for that. They're not a bird. I don't even know what these guys are. They're kind of like birds, but they don't have wings. Wingless bird, I guess. We'll grab that. And then you, earlier we talked about this. There's nothing over here, but you can just use this to get back. There's that duo from before. And a fun fact about this area, you can actually come this way to fight this boss and skip the entirety of the Avian Marsh. You just enter it from over here. But this connects over to the camp, so you can run on over and do this if you want, which is pretty crazy, all things considered. We're going to be taking this route real fast, just to get some shortcuts and talk to some people. This will lead us back to the refugee camp. Kill him. I'll get you the leech headwear along with a Red Mercury. We'll grab that. This. Kick this ladder down. That takes us down to where yonder gang is at. And once we go up ahead, we got this guy. And we got Nian here too. Right. I don't know if I don't think we have the boat dialogue yet. Let me check. Yeah, there we go. We just wanted to get that little piece of dialogue there. Working over to get Crescent Moon. Actually, Spear would probably be faster, but it's whatever. Let's see. Who else has dialogue? Those two, and then Bro. Well, we can go talk to him now or later. It doesn't really matter. Get on time. 1 minute. Yeah, let's just run through and we'll do all the NPC stuff. Hand over the bronze armor to him. See if he has anything new that you want. Can go over to him. Hand over the copper drum. And then he gets, I think it's like one new piece from her. Remember, I don't see anything for sale. Or the money. What did you get? Oh, it's this. Peace Pendant. Increased blunt attack power. Which I don't know how well that works with the axe. We do want that. So let me just use these because the all pendants thing. So I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to actually test that with the axe because I feel like a certain portion of the axe is probably blunt as well. And then after that, we can just run back over to this kid. And tell of the boat waiting at the dock. Now we've basically closed out his quest line. 3 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, let's just talk care of Bro now. Do that sooner rather than later. So go over to Avian Dwelling. We gotta run over this way. And you just gotta do this whenever you finally get this boss fight done. We're going over to that grave that we talked about before. Get the pendant for that, and then his quest is basically done. Later on, we'll have an encounter with him, but that is not until Act 5. So he is all wrapped up for now. Let's teleport. Be sure everyone's good. Go to refugee camp. We're gonna run this way. Should be a letter that was left behind by the kid. That's what we're trying to get real fast. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that right now. Let's, I mean, it's just right there. You might as well. Let's just go get it. And then I think honestly, we'll probably, I was planning on doing the camp from the back, but I think I'll just do it from this way in case, or maybe we picked it up earlier. Yeah, there's usually a letter that's left by him here. We'll come back and we'll confirm it's there later. It's good for now. It doesn't really matter which way we do this, so we'll show it this way, just to get the camp started. Or I guess we could wrap up here. We're at 25 minutes and we are about to start Genwu, which is quite long. It's definitely faster than running all the way to the tree. But yeah, so let's do that. We'll close out here. Next episode, we're going to go through the camp and then work our way into Genwu Temple, which is kind of the meat and potatoes of this third chapter. So stay tuned and I'll catch you in a little bit with more.